You will be blessed when you come in, you'll be blessed when you go out. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 6. Hello, family. A very warm welcome back to the Lovystouch food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Today, we are still on the breakfast series. We're going to be making our homemade Hausa Kooko from scratch. Even though I've shared a Hausa Kooko recipe before, today's own is quite different. We're going to use a different kind of millet called a finger millet. So yes, let's make this Hausa Kooko from scratch. I know you're going to love it. It is my personal favorite. I'm taking this very serious. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family. Let's go through our ingredients together, all right? Here I have some dried peppers, ginger, and I also have some black peppercorns and cloves, and just 3 pieces of grains of selim and some cardamom seeds. I'm using the green cardamom seeds. And the millet that I'll be using today, I'm using the red ones very well. So as you saw me, I just measured 2.5 cups of my red millet, and here I'm going to add enough water to get rid of the unwanted materials in this millet. This is pure natural, nothing has been done to it. It is very raw, so it's very important for you to go through to get rid of all the unwanted particles. And also you have to note that there's lots different many types of millet that can be used. It is popular in Ghana to use the pearl millet, and that is the one that is normally very popular, the white millet. Yes, and I chose this finger millet. That is what this is called in some part of the world. It's also called raki, and all millets are highly nutritious and beneficial. One thing I've noticed with this red millet is it has a way of calming your nerves, and your body is just so good. It has this natural way of calming and relaxing the body without you wanting to visit the spa. This is a stress relieving kind of breakfast, and I highly recommend it. Please make sure you're using natural, very natural millet for it, and you're going to get the results. Okay, so after taking out all the unwanted particles, I know that you saw the big stones and all of that was hidden in here. That is the way to just go ahead and take care of this millet. So after taking care of it, I'm just going to give it a good wash for about 3 times to get rid of all the excess dirt. All right. So now we are done washing it very nice. As soon as you add water and the water comes out clear, then you know that the millet is very nicely washed and neatly done. So you go ahead and add all your other spices to this. I made mention of all the spices that I'll be using, so if you missed it, please go ahead and watch it from the beginning. I made mention of every spice that I use here. I used some cloves, a bit of ginger, a bit of cardamom seed, some grains of selim, aka pepper or hintia, and I also add some dried peppers. I have also listed below in the description box with the right quantity. Okay, so after adding everything, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I made it rest for 24 hours, and you can see that foam forming on top. It has really, fermented a little bit, so it's now time for me to go ahead and blend it smoothly, because we are going to use the juices that will be coming out from this amazing millet. And that is the reason why you should also soak it, just so that it becomes nice and tender, so it's easier for it to release all the amazing juices that it has to offer. Okay, so I'm adding everything in my blender and give it a good blend, a very smooth one. I highly recommend a powerful blender for this. Okay, you can see I blended it very nice and smooth, and I'm going to strain it just to get rid of all the chaff. We need just the amazing juices that we want. Look at that beautiful color, and you may just want to go ahead and blend it 3 to 4 times before you get excess juice that you need. Okay, so after blending everything, I'm now going to do the final strain. And once again, when I'm done straining everything, it is very important for me to get rid of each and every chaff. So I would like to also go in again with my cheesecloth to finally just make sure I have gotten rid of all the excess chaff. And you might think you've gotten rid of it, but just wait and see the amount of chaff we're going to get. It is important to get rid of all the chaff to enhance the porridge to be nice and smooth. The more the chaff, the higher the chances of your porridge being lumpy, and we don't want that at all. This is what we got. Okay, so this is the clean, beautiful juices that we were able to get. So we're going to make sure we keep this for about 24 hours, so that the water that we use in blending all these ingredients settles right at the bottom, leaving the great and almighty millet that we need right at the bottom. So it is amazing. Okay, so now that we have our millet settled right at the bottom, we are now going to pour our very amazing water that we got from this in our clay pot, and we're going to make sure it boils before we add the millet that has settled at the bottom. If you can see, exactly that is what you have to do when pouring. Make sure you do not release a little bit of the millet in it at all. Just make sure you have only water in the clay pot that has to be boiled. And it's also okay to see some foamy substance that is going to be settling right on top. It is from the fermentation process that took place, and it's very okay. So now we're going to add our millet bit by bit, and you're going to make sure you stir while adding it. And yeah, this is the final and very final stage. You want to go ahead and stir very well to avoid it from creating lumps, and then you go ahead and cover it with your parchment paper and allow this to sit for about 7 to 10 minutes. Feel free to add a little bit of hot water if it gets thicker. All right, so I allow this to steam on its own and allow it to rest for the past 7 to 10 minutes. And I realized that the consistency got a lot more thicker. I love my Hausa Kooko to be this consistency, but if you do not like yours to be that thick, please go ahead and add in some hot boiling water and you will be good to go. So all that I have to do now is to go ahead and serve myself with a bit of peanuts and sugar. You can add some bread to it, some kose, some pinkaso, some masa. The list goes on and on and on. And having this is one of the best breakfasts you could ever have in Ghana. I am so in love with my Hausa Kooko. It's so dear to my heart. So yes, this is the recipe for you. If you want to try making it at home the most authentic way, please go ahead and follow this step-by-step recipe, and I believe you're going to just enjoy your Hausa Kooko, just like the ones we sell on the street, just like the Amalia. All right. So there you have it, family. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time, and of course I do have all these kose recipe out here as well. So go ahead and check them out. You're going to love them as well. Thanks so much for watching once again. Please do not forget to give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and also if this is your first time here, hello. My name is Lovia from Lovystouch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related motivational videos, so please come on board and subscribe to join the family for amazing new recipes every week. Thank you so very much, family, for watching once again. And as always, know that you are so beautiful just the way you are. I will see you in my next one. Have a blessed day.